Okay, just about to pull onto Jodi Arias' street. This is the street right here. This is the house with the blue van. Looks like their neighbors just pulled in. That's the house right there. Justice for Travis. Oh my God. Somebody's got a sign in their front yard. So Justice for Travis. That's pretty crazy. Wow. So creepy. I gotta get a shot of that sign. That's the house right there with the blue ribbon. Looks like that must have something to do with the memorial. All these houses have blue ribbons on them. Wow. There's the house right there. All these houses have these blue ribbons all over the place. Crazy. Yeah, so it looks like it's just on their street. Pretty cool. There's another one right there. Crazy, crazy. I gotta take a look at the layout of the house. See what windows you can see up top. I don't know if any of I don't think any of those are the bathrooms or the master bathroom. I think it's probably in the back. Yeah, the blue ribbons all over the place. Crazy. Well, this is the way that she would have been going after she killed him. I mean, this is probably the most logical way to get out. Back to Elliott and then up to the 60. So this is what she saw as she left here. This is pretty far out. I think it's probably it's a quick ride because it's just straight on the 60, but it's probably 25 minutes from me, maybe 30. I want to say probably about 30 miles or so, and it's way out. It's way out here. It's actually east of the old GM test track that was out here that they closed, and that was considered to be really far out. So it's on the other side of the 202, really close to Apache Junction, city limits. So this is probably the way she would have gone. And then Signal Butte Road is right here, and she probably would have gone right here up to the 60. Must have been one hell of a ride. Actually, it was light out when she left. It was June, beginning of June. So it was around probably around 5:40, 5:45. So it was light when she left. It wouldn't have looked too much different than this. I mean, this is early. This is 1:30, so You know, this is kind of early, but it would have been bright. There would have been at least 2.5 hours of daylight left. So the ride wouldn't have looked too much different than this for her. And I don't know which route she took to get to Utah. Now, they probably don't know exactly. Maybe they do. I don't know if the car had GPS, or if they picked up any phone cell towers. But my guess is if she's going up to Utah from here, oh man, she's probably going to be taking I-17 through Flagstaff, which would mean she'd have to go all the way back into Phoenix and then straight up to 17 through Flagstaff. Now, there could be another way to get there if you head east from here through the White Mountains. Now, I'm guessing there probably is a way, and you could probably also go south to Tucson. Maybe that wouldn't make sense. I was gonna say you could go over no, she would have gone straight. No, yeah, she would have gone straight north. I was thinking Denver for some reason. She would have gone straight north up to I-17. That would have taken her up into southern. Well, it would have taken her through Flagstaff, and then from there she would have taken a couple smaller freeways into southern Utah, and that's probably how she would have gotten there. So my guess is she would have gone this exact way, this exact route, up. We just passed baseline, so we're on Signal Butte. She would have gone this way, hit the 60, taken that directly west for about, God, I want to say probably about 35 to 40 minutes to get to the 17, and then take that directly north all the way to Flagstaff. Would have been nice if she would have encountered a Mesa Police car like this, and maybe one of the roommates could have seen her car, gotten back in time, found his body, given the cops a call. Maybe they could have tracked her down. But unfortunately, the roommates didn't find his body for 5 days, which is pretty amazing. They came and went in the house for 5 days, and she must have shut his bedroom door. I mean, if the door was open, and I don't know all the details of the case, so you have to forgive me there. Haven't watched all the testimony and all that. I'm assuming that she shut the door because if these guys were there for 5 days, and I think that their bedrooms probably share a common stairway, they would have seen some of the blood or seen something. So. It is amazing that they didn't come home, or the one roommate didn't come home while she was there, because apparently the timing was really close. So that's pretty crazy. So anyway, we're about to get on the 60 freeway. If you take it this way, you get the Superstition Mountains this way, and then Apache Junction, then it hits kind of south and goes into the mountains there, into a couple small mining towns. And that heads up into the white tanks there. Not white tanks, whatever the hell they are. Anyway, so this will head directly east or west. I'm guessing this is the way that she went. I can't see why she would have gone another direction unless she was just freaked out and just headed in some random direction. I can't see why. I'm assuming that she would have just acted out of, sort of instinct, and then probably just gone the way that she came and wanted to get the hell out of Phoenix as fast as possible and up to Utah. So that would mean going this way. Now heading north here takes you into, really close to Apache Junction. So anyway, my hypothesis is that's probably the drive that she took after she murdered Travis Alexander. And it would have been later in the day. It would have been about 3 hours later in the day, so the sun would have been, you know, lower in the sky, probably about here. But yeah, you know, she was driving her white Ford Focus in plain daylight after having killed him, you know, slit his throat, stabbed him 29 some odd times, and then she, you know, shot him in the head. If that is, you know, the order, I see it appears as if that was the order of things. Some people think she was shot first. I don't know. I think you know, some of the evidence that they had with regards to, you know, the brain hemorrhaging, it seems like she probably was shot last, or he was shot last. It would seem like to overpower a guy like that size, she would have to shoot him first. Maybe that would stun him, and then, I mean, it seems logical, but it doesn't look like that's the evidence. It looks like, you know, based on where, you know, the shell landed on top of some blood, based on, you know, no hemorrhaging going on in the brain, which means the heart wasn't beating at the time of the shot. And the fact that it looks like the shot itself was in such a place within the head and the brain that it would have probably rendered him unconscious right away. And apparently that's what the medical examiner had said. So anyway, back to this. She probably would have taken this way. This is where the interchanges of the 202, and that heads north and south. We're just continuing on the 60, headed west, and like I said, eventually this gets to Phoenix in probably about 30 minutes. It'll go through downtown Phoenix, and then you hit the 17 right after you go past downtown, and that'll head directly north to Flagstaff. But her drive on this freeway was probably pretty frightening. She, you know, even considering the fact that she's a psychopath and insane, obviously, she probably would have been frightened and be very scared and crying and covered in blood, and maybe she had a little blood on her. I don't know, but it probably would have been pretty terrifying. And who knows if she was, you know, still in this quote-unquote fog that they claim that she was in, which is probably complete BS. You know, so she would have been there now on the freeway, driving right here as I am. But anyway, that's a little look at what's going on today in the neighborhood, and also the roads around the area of Travis Alexander's house. And today is the day after, 2 days after she was sentenced to first-degree murder, or she was found guilty. And yesterday was the day that the trial was postponed. The aggravation phase was postponed, probably because of her mental state in the interview that she gave to the local Fox affiliate. But court resumes next Wednesday, and we'll see what happens. It should be pretty interesting. Thanks.